Good morning to you all. Good afternoon. Is my voice audible to you? Okay, fine. Now, can you tell me how was your paper? See, yesterday I told you that on last class I have told you that whatever doubt you are having, you have to message me. Okay, without knowing the question, how can I solve? Fine. You should message the question, then I will discuss in the next class. Okay, fine. What all doubt only? Don't message everything, just doubt only. Okay. So how many of you have scored? Means out of 100, I think, na? Out of 100, how many of you have scored more than 80 marks? No, no, in my subject I'm asking. 90. Okay, very good. In my subject, out of 100, 94. Okay. Sorry, sorry, sorry. It is NEET exam, na? Sorry, sorry, sorry. It is out of 180, na? Okay. Out of 180, how many have scored more than 150 marks? 150 marks. 146, 158, very good. 164, 170, very good. 95. Okay, so if you have scored more than 150, then it is a very good score. Okay, you can improve, but it is a good score. Okay, and 100 plus, 100 plus marks. First marks, I don't know. I'm asking you all. What is the first and second marks? 112. Okay, 136. Okay, okay, so fine. So those who are scoring 100 marks, 100 plus marks, that are good score. You can improve. Those who have got 150 plus marks, you can further improve. Okay, fine. And those who are getting less than 100 marks, they have to work hard. Okay, fine. So in the last class, what we have discussed? In the last class, what we have discussed? I think we were discussing about the NCRT. Okay, then we are discussing the vectors. Okay, so I think I have told you about the types of vector: scalar, scalar, vector, and tensor quantity. Also, I told you or not? Tensor, did I told you? Okay. So scalar quantities are those quantities which have only magnitude. Like example are distance, speed. Okay. Then vector quantities are those quantities which have the magnitude and direction, and they follow vector law of addition. Okay. They follow the vector law of addition. Fine. And the last one was the tensor quantities which have magnitude, direction, and they do not follow the vector law of addition. Example was current. Okay, so I think I told you about the direction here. Now next is how to represent a vector. See, NCRT problem I will discuss. Okay, let me first do something of vectors, then we'll do NCRT problems. Okay, now the representation of a vector. Okay, how to represent a vector. Fine. Basically, the vector can be represented in two ways. One is the symbolic method, and another one is graphical method. Okay, symbolic method means in symbolic method the vector is represented by an alphabet with an arrow sign or an alphabet with a dash sign. Okay, so if the symbol is written like this, a vector. Okay, to represent a vector, we have to make a sign of arrow over the alphabet. Okay, then that is the symbolic representation of the vector. I think when I was discussing about displacement, I used to write like this: d vector. Okay, this means what? Displacement. Fine. And if I simply write d, it means distance. Okay, so to represent the vector, we need to make an arrow sign over the alphabet. Okay, so that is the symbolic representation of the vector. Graphical representation. The graphical representation is represented by, next is graphical. Now in graphical, simply you have to draw the arrow. Okay, fine. Like if I say the velocity of the body is, example we can take, velocity is 20 meter per second on east side. Okay, for 20 meter per second east. It means what? How to represent this in graphical form? We have to make an arrow. Okay, now in this arrow, if you see, this is known as head. This is the head of the vector. This is the tail of the vector. Tail of vector. Tail means it represents the initial conditions. Tail means initial condition. And head means final condition. Okay, so if the arrow is pointing towards the east, which means the direction of the vector is towards the east, so head will represent the direction of the vector. Okay, fine. So if I have to write 20 meter per second, it would be what? 20 meter per second, and the direction will represent the east direction. Okay, so head will represent the direction, tail is the initial condition, head is the uh, direction in which the graph is in which the vector is representing. Okay, so that is how we can represent the vectors. Okay, one is the symbolic method, which is what? D vector displacement. Okay, another is a graphical method. Okay, fine. It is a new lesson which is kinematics 2D. Okay, vectors is a new chapter which is kinematics 2D. Okay, wave number wave number is in chemistry, I think, no? Okay, fine. So that is how we represent vector. Now we have to find the direction sense. Okay, we have to find the direction sense. Okay, fine. Now just look at here. Just wait for 1 minute. Okay. Now I think you all are aware about northeast, west, and south. Okay, fine. So NCRT, I think next chapter of kinematics 1D. Okay, next chapter is NCRT. I don't remember the name. I think chapter number 3. I think 3 or 4th. I think after motion in a plane. Yes, correct. Motion in a plane. Yes. In that chapter only vector is there. Projectile will also be there in this. Okay. Now see. Now I think you all are aware about north, east, west, and south. Okay. So this represent what? North. This is what? East. This is what? West. This is what? South. Okay. I think you know about this direction. North, east, west, and south. Okay. Fine. Now just tell me one thing. If I draw a vector like this, okay, a vector I have drawn, a vector. Now, what is the direction of a vector? If I draw the vector like this, simply if I draw the vector, so what do you understand by direction of this vector? Its direction is towards the east side or west side. It is towards the east side. Very good. Very good. So if I draw the vector here, the direction of this vector would be on east side. So how we have found it out? Because the arrow, the head of this vector is pointing towards the east. So direction of a vector would be east side. Okay. Now if I draw another vector like this, okay, then what is the direction of B vector? It is towards the north. Yes, very good. It is towards the north. So this represents what? North. North direction. Similarly, if I draw towards the west, this would be what? West. This is will be your south. Okay, fine. So I think you know about this. Fine. So in vectors, the arrow, the point, the where the arrow is pointing is the direction which we have to take. Okay, fine. Now next is, okay. Can I rub this? I think this you can know. Okay, okay. I'm just rubbing this. Okay, fine. Now if I draw the vector like this, okay. If I draw the vector like this, now this vector makes an angle 45 degree from east. Then what is the direction of this vector? It is northeast. Very good. Very good. So this vector A represent which direction? Northeast direction. Okay, fine. Okay, very good. Now next, if I draw the vector B like this, again this B vector makes an angle 45 degree. Then this would be what? This would be what? Northwest. Yes, very good. So this will be your northwest. Northwest. Similarly, this 45 degree will be what? Southwest, and this will be your southeast. Okay. Now here if you see, I have mentioned the angle here 45 degree. So when it is 45 degree, then only we can write as southeast, northeast, southwest, or northwest. When angle is 45 degree. Okay, fine. So when an angle is 45 degree and vector is inclined to any one of the direction like east, west, then the direction of the vector will be northeast, southeast, like this it would be there. Okay, only for 45 degree. Okay, fine. Now for other angles, like just wait for 1 minute. Okay, okay. Now if I draw a vector, if I draw a vector, okay, a vector a vector A inclined to 30 degree. Then can you tell me what is the direction of this vector? This will be your north, this will be your east, this is your west, and this is your south. Now can you tell me the direction of this vector? It would be east, north, northeast. Okay, east, northeast. Okay, east. Okay, east. Okay, okay. The method is okay. I think you all, most of you are not correct. Let me tell you the method here. Okay, direction of this vector. The direction of a vector is 30 degree 30 degree north of east. 30 degree north of east. Understand? It is 30 degree north of east. Okay. And how I can write here? See, the best method to remember this is that the the vector which makes an angle 30 degree with the east. Okay. Now this angle 30 degree, then what you have to, how we have to write this? Okay. The east, the angle which we are making is written on the second term, and first term is the north side. In this case, first is the north, or we can say 30 degree means we have started from east side and we are moving towards the north side. So north is the traveling side, traveling. East is the sit where we were sitting there. So we were sitting at east and we were moving towards the north. How much angle we have moved? 30 degree. So that is why direction of A will be 30 degree north of east. Okay, 30 degree north of east. Fine, 30 degree north of east. Yes, it is not east of north. It should be north of east. Okay, so 30 degree means what? This vector is inclined at an angle of 30 degree from the east. So we are moving from east towards the north. Okay, that is why direction of this vector would be 30 degree north of east. Okay, fine. Now in the same question only, if I write like this, just wait. If I don't give 30 degree angle here, okay, I have simply given this angle 60 degree. Then what is the direction of this A vector? Tell me. If I simply mention 60 degree, then it would be what? The direction of A will be 60 degree north, east of north, east of north. Now we are in the north and we are moving towards the east side. So the direction in which we are traveling is the first direction. Second one is the point where we are sitting there. So east of north. Fine. So 60 degree east of north. Okay. I hope you understand this. Correct now. So if they mention 60 degree from the north, then direction would be east of north. If they mention 30 degree from the east, then it would be 30 degree north of east. Okay. Fine. I hope you understand this. Okay. Now can you tell me the answer for this following problems? Okay. If I make an angle like this, a vector B makes an angle of 70 degree, then what is the direction of this vector? Can you tell me the direction of this vector? Vector B. It is west of north. Very good. It is west of north. So direction of B, the direction, the direction of the direction of B is 70 degree west of north. Okay, fine. Now, can you tell me this answer? If this C vector is given, this angle is say 20 degree, then what is the angle of this C vector? 20 degree, I'm telling you, not 45 degree. Okay, so it should be what? 20 degree south of west. 20 degree south of west. Okay, so the angle will be 20 degree south of west. Okay, correct now. South of west. Very good. Okay. Now one more angle you can take here, like this vector D. It makes an angle of 80 degree. Then what is the angle of D vector? What is the angle of D vector? It is east of south. Very good. Okay. So it is east of south. 80 degree east of south. Okay. Fine. So I think you understand the direction, how we have to put the directions here. Okay. So if see here we have three cases. First case is what? When it is pointing toward north, east, south, and west. Then that is very simple. Okay. Simply if they are if they are pointing towards the east, you directly write east. If they are pointing towards the north, it is north. Okay. Second case is that when vector is at an angle of, okay, when vector is some angle like 45 degree. Okay, when it is exactly 45 degree, then you have to write northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, where this vector is. Okay, now if this vector is inclined to some angle like 30 degree towards the east side, the first case which we have done, then you have to go by this method, that 30 degree north of east. Okay, fine. So that is how we are representing the direction of the vectors. Okay, fine. Yes, north of east means we are starting from east and moving towards the north. So we have to write 30° north of east. Okay, 30° north of east. Fine. What you are not able to understand? Tell me. I think it is very simple. I am telling you. See, in vector, we need to write the directions also. Without direction, we cannot write the answer. On what basis? See, it is the simple. It is a representation. Like if the vector is inclined 30° towards the east, and this vector is in northeast plane, then I have to write 30° north of east. Okay, this is a symbolic representation of the directions. Okay, fine. Here we are not mentioning about x and y axis. Okay, we are mentioning about east, west, north, and south, because now we are studying about motion in a plane. So in a plane, the particle will travel in 2D plane, two dimension plane. Okay, fine. Okay, any doubt you are having? Okay, now can you do some problem based on this? Okay, okay. Draw. Okay, represent 10 Newton force. Okay, first 30° north of east. B 70° south of west. Okay, fine. So in your problem, in your book, kindly note down this problem and do it now. Okay, represent the 10 Newton force 30° north of east and 70° south of west. Okay, okay. So first problem is what? 30° north of east. Okay, so we know that this is your north, east, west, and south. Okay, 30° north of east. Okay, means what? We have to first draw a vector that is 10 Newton. Okay, in northeast plane. So northeast plane, I have drawn the vector of 10 Newton. Okay, fine. 10 Newton. Fine. Now what they are telling you, 30° north of east. It means which angle we should take? 30 from north or 30 from east? We should take 30 from north or 30 from east. It should be from east. Okay. So this is how we can represent. Yes, 10 Newton. Okay, fine. Second part, this is the first part. Okay, this is the first part. Second part, 10 Newton in 70° of south of west. Okay, which means now first of all, this vector is in southwest plane. So let us draw in southwest plane. Okay, fine. Okay, 10 Newton. Now what they are telling you? South of west, 70° south of west, which means from west or south we are taking this angle. We'll take the angle from south or west. We'll take from west, and the angle would be 70°. Okay, the angle would be 70° here. Okay, fine. Okay, that is the answer for the problem. Okay, so I hope you understand the direction. Like if they mention you direction with magnitude, can you draw the vector or not? Okay, fine. Now next is the type of the vectors. Okay, you can represent different graphs or same graph. There is no problem in that. Okay, they are not asking you graphs. Okay, first of all, I am telling you this answer so that you should have the basic idea of directions. Okay, fine. See, whatever I am teaching you, it may not be directly be asked in your exam, but without that, you cannot do any other problem. That is why we should have some base. In that base, we can draw the building. Okay, if you don't have the base, then you cannot make a building there. Okay, so some things, something I'm teaching you to make your base proper. Okay, uh, this web this week test question would be vectors only. Okay, no, it is not that. I gave you some example that let us suppose a vector is pointing towards the east. It is not that a is only that only a vector will only be pointing towards the east. At least listen my word properly. Na, what I am telling you. That yes, vectors only. Vectors fully will come. Okay. No, no, it is not necessary. It can be x, y, z also. No problem. It is not that only a vector is in each direction. You can have b vector, c vector, d vector, any vector you can represent. Okay. It is not like I have given you the example that let us suppose a vector is on the east side like this. Okay. Type of vectors. Okay. The first type of vector is parallel vectors. Okay. First vector is parallel vector. Okay. So what are parallel vectors? Okay. The parallel vectors, these are those vectors. These vectors have same magnitude. The vectors which have same direction. The vector which have same direction and may or may not have the same magnitude. Then that type of vectors are known as parallel vectors. Okay. So the vector which have okay. So the vectors parallel vectors are those vectors which have same direction but may or may not have the same magnitude. Okay, like if I give you two vectors, okay, the first vector is say x vector, okay, x vector whose magnitude is say 20 meter. We have another vector y, okay, whose magnitude is 30 meter. Now you tell me that what is the direction of x vector? That is toward the east side. The direction of y vector, that is again towards the east side. You can see that these two vectors have the same direction. Okay, these two vectors have the same direction. So these vectors are known as parallel vectors. So parallel vectors are those vectors which have the same direction. Okay, but magnitude may not be same. See, the magnitude of x is how much? 20 meter. The magnitude of y is 30 meter. So magnitude may not be same, may or may not be same, but direction is same. Okay, fine. So these type of vectors are known as the parallel vectors. Okay. Next one you can write of parallel vector is the angle between the angle between the parallel vectors is 0 degree. Okay. So if the angle between the two vectors is 0 degree, then their vectors are known as parallel. Means then they will be parallel vectors. Okay. Okay. Fine. So parallel vector basic definition is that it should have same direction. Direction should be same. Okay. Magnitude may or may not be same. Okay. Now in this parallel vector only, if 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 magnitude and direction is same, If the two vectors magnitude and direction is same, then then it is known as then it is known as equal vectors. Okay, equal vectors. So if the magnitude as well as direction is same, then they are known as equal vectors. Like again, if I have x vector which is 20 meter and y vector which is again 20 meter. Now you see that the magnitude of both the vectors are same, direction is also same, then this vector is known as equal vectors. So equal vector is basically parallel vectors with equal magnitude. Okay, they are parallel to each other. Equal vectors are also parallel to each other, but they have the same direction. Okay, fine. Okay, so equal vectors are also parallel. They are also parallel, but they have the same magnitude. Okay, now angle between them will be again 0 degree. So for equal angle also, for equal vectors, the angle is 0 degree. Then they are known as equal vectors. So equal vector is basically parallel vector of same magnitude. Okay. So for parallel vector, most important point is that the direction should be same. Okay. Magnitude may or may not be same. If magnitude is same, then they are known as equal vectors. Okay. Fine. Understood this parallel vectors. Okay. Next is anti-parallel vectors. Anti-parallel vectors. Okay. Now anti-parallel vectors, the vectors which are opposite in direction, opposite in direction to each other, to each other. Magnitude may or may not be same. Magnitude may or may not be same. Okay. Then they are known as anti-parallel vectors. Okay. They are exactly opposite to each other. Okay. They are exactly opposite to each other. Magnitude may or may not be same. Okay. Like if I give you two vectors, a vector A, okay, vector A is say 18 meters. Okay. A vector B is say 20 meter. Now the direction of A vector is towards the east side. Direction of B vector is towards the west side. Now you can see that both the vectors are exactly opposite to each other. Okay, fine. So these vectors are known as anti-parallel vectors. Okay. Now what should be the angle between them? The angle of anti-parallel vector is 180 degree. So if the angle between the two vectors are 180 degree, then they will be a anti-parallel vector. Okay, fine. See here I'm not telling you about the meeting or not. They can meet. Okay, but if they are exactly opposite to each other, okay, then they are known as anti-parallel each other, anti-parallel vectors. Okay, how is 180 degree? Okay, see I will tell you about the angles. Okay, fine. How we take the angles, but for now you understand this angle should be 180 degree. Okay, I will tell you how to take the angles between the two vectors. Okay, fine. I will tell you how to take the angles. Okay, for now you understand it is 180 degree. Angle between them is 180 degree. Okay. Now next in this anti-parallel vector only we have negative vectors. Okay, negative vectors. Now what are negative vectors? Negative vectors, they are opposite to each other, opposite to each other, but have equal magnitude. okay, then that vector is your negative vector. Okay, so they are exactly opposite but have the same magnitude. Like if I tell you an A vector is there whose magnitude is 18 meters, a B vector is there whose magnitude is 18 meters. You can see magnitude of both the vectors are same. Direction is this direction of A is east, direction of west is uh, direction of B is west. Okay, but the magnitude is same. That they are known as negative vectors. Okay, see, just wait. I will tell you how to take the angle between the two vectors. For now, you understand. For anti-parallel vectors, the angle is 180 degree. Okay, so let me go step by step. Okay, see, you are asking me now. That is well and good. I am not telling you about the. You asked me now, but let me. When I told you that I will tell you the angle. I will tell you the angles. Okay, fine. Okay, so please give me some time. I want to go step by step. I cannot jump from one point to another point. Okay, fine. Don't be sorry. I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you. If I tell you something, you have to understand, and then you ask me afterwards. Okay, fine. So negative vectors have equal magnitude but opposite direction. Okay. Now just tell me one thing. Just if you can think logically here, just tell me if I have one vector like this, A vector. Okay. If I have A vector, okay, it has some magnitude, say 18 meters. Okay. Now if I rotate these vectors at an angle of 180 degree, okay, if I rotate this particular angle vector at an angle of 180 degree, so how we rotate? We rotate in anti-clockwise direction. And if I rotate this vector, then you will find that this becomes A dash. Okay, that would be equal to what? Minus 18 meters, or we can say 18 meter towards the west side. This is towards the east side. Okay, so we can see that to make any vector a negative vector, to make any vector as negative, okay, we have to rotate the vector. We have to rotate the vector by 180 degree. Okay, so if we rotate the vector by 180 degree, then that vector becomes vector becomes negative vector. So we are saying we are rotating this vector A by 180 degree, then this vector becomes a negative vector. Okay, fine. I hope you understand how we are making the negative vector here. Okay, so you simply need to rotate the vector. Okay, fine. So you can make a note of this. Okay, can you do one problem based on this? Okay, so this is your north direction. This is your north direction, east, west, and south. Now, if vector is some vector I have given to you, like 30 Newton. Okay, this angle is 30 degree. Okay, so what is the direction of this vector? Can you tell me? Why anti-clockwise direction? Okay, see, you can rotate clockwise also, anti-clockwise. Both are same only. I have rotated in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so what is the direct? Okay, it is north of east. Very good. Okay, it is 30 Newton. Direction is what? 30 degree north of east. Now, can you find a negative of this vector? Can you find a negative of this vector? Tell me. What is negative of this vector A? Can you find a negative of this vector? How will you find a negative of this vector? By rotating in 180 degree. Correct or not? By rotating this vector in 180 degree. Okay. So if I rotate this vector with 180 degree like this, then this is 30 degree, this is 90 degree. Okay. So, okay. Now this angle will be how much? 60 degree or not? Okay. So if I rotate this angle by, if I rotate this vector by 180 degree, this is 30, this is 90, this will be 60 degree. Now, which is the negative vector? Now, this A dash is the negative vector. Now, how can I write this A dash? A dash would be equal to 30 Newton west of south, west of 30 Newton, 30 Newton, 60 degree west of south. Fine. So, negative of this vector is 30 Newton, means angle is 60 degree west of south. Okay, fine. We are not rotating. I'm telling you that if some vector is given to us, if some vector is given to us, then if I ask you find the negative of the vector, so you have to rotate the vector by 180 degree. Okay, fine. Yes, the you can also write this as A dash can also be written as 30 Newton, 30 degree south of west. That is also correct answer. That is also a correct answer. Okay, fine. That is also correct answer. Okay, so this angle is also correct. This is, if you take this as 30 degree, then answer would be A dash will be equal to 30 Newton, 30 degree south of west. Okay, both are correct. Whether you rotate anti-clockwise or clockwise, the answer will remain same. Okay, fine. I hope you understand how to get a negative vector if some vector is given to us. Then if you have to find a negative vector, you have to rotate the negative vector by 180 degree. Okay, fine. See, these small concept which I'm telling you, it will be useful for us. Okay, that is why I'm telling you. There I will directly use negative vector. Then you don't have to confuse yourself. Fine. Both are correct. 60 degree west of south or 30 degree south of west, both are correct. Okay. Both are correct answer. Both are correct answer. Okay. Fine. Any problem you have? Tell me. Now somebody was asking what was the angle here. See, to take the angle between the two vectors, you have to join the tail by tail. Okay, the tail by tail should be joined, and this is the angle 180 degree. Correct now. So you have to join the tail by tail to get the angle. 30 Newton. See, why 30 Newton will come? See, it is very simple because we have to find a negative of the vector. So negative vector means what? It has the same magnitude, but direction is opposite. How can you have the opposite direction? Just simply you rotate the vector by 180 degree. You'll get the negative of the vector. No, no, they are exactly opposite to each other. Negative vectors are also exactly opposite to each other with the same magnitude. Okay, so you can write this as, if you represent this as a vector, if you represent this as a vector, okay, we can write here as a vector equal to minus time of a dash. Correct. This is correct answer. Okay, a vector equal to minus time of a dash. Okay. We don't need to use negative sign directly. We can write west or if you write minus a, if a is 30 degree east, and if you write minus a, it will automatically be understood that it is 30 degree towards the north side, 30 Newton towards the north side. Okay, it is automatically be understood. If in the question if they tell you that a vector is 30 Newton east side, find minus a. So minus a will be equal to, mean negative vector would be equal to, negative vector will be 30 Newton west or minus of 30 Newton east. Both are correct answer. Minus of 30 Newton east means west only. Okay, fine. Okay. Now next type of vector is co-initial vectors. Okay, co-initial vectors. Okay, co-initial vectors. Co-initial vectors. These are the vectors which originate from the same point. From the same point. Okay, they are called as co-initial vectors. So if the vectors are originating from the same point, then they are known as co-initial vector. Okay, fine. So co-initial vectors are those vectors which are originating from the same point. Like if I tell you this is the point, okay. If a vector is like this, okay, this is a vector. We have another vector b. Okay, we have another vector b like this. Then we have another vector c. Okay, now we can see that all the three vectors are originating from the same point, that is O. Then if the vectors are originating from the same point, then the vectors are known as co-initial vectors. Okay, they are known as co-initial vector. Fine, understood. So I think you understand these co-initial vectors if they originate from the same point. Okay. Uh, See, in NCRT it is exactly not there in vectors. Okay. So this is some additional topic I'm teaching you. Okay. For your NEET exam, you have some additional topic plus NCRT. Fine. It is there in seekers material. Okay. If you have seekers material, you will see the vectors topic there. Then you will have all these classifications. Okay. Now I'm telling, I'm just defining co-initial vector. Co-initial vectors are those vectors which have the same, which are originating from the same point, common point. Okay, you can see this figure. All the three vectors are originating from the common point. So they are known as co-initial vectors. Okay, fine. Now one condition I am telling you. Can you get the answer for this? Okay, can you get the answer for this? Not answer. Tell me whether it's correct or not. If I have one vector like this, A vectors, another vector is B vector. Can these two vectors be co-initial vectors? Can these two vectors be co-initial vectors? No. If they are joined, okay, very good. If they are joined, how can we join these two vectors? You are correct that they can be co-initial if they are joined. Okay. How can we join this? By changing direction from tail to head. No. By drawing a line. Okay. Okay. I understand. So before that, you write one property of the vector. Okay. That is a very important property of the vector. Make a star note, and this is very important properties that the vector, this is a very important property. Okay. The vector can be shifted, the vector can be shifted parallel to themselves, parallel to themselves. in the same plane, in the same plane without changing its magnitude, without changing its magnitude. That is the property of the vector, that we can shift the vector in the parallel direction without changing its magnitude. So if you look at this condition, we can make this as co-initial vector. If I shift this vector in parallel direction, means if I shift the vector in parallel direction without changing the magnitude, if I don't change the magnitude, I simply shift the vector in parallel direction, then these two vectors can be co-initial vectors like this. So you can see that we have shifted this vector in parallel direction without changing the magnitude. So if we do this property, if we use this property, then we can write this as co-initial vectors. Okay, so this is the very important properties of vector, that we can shift the vector in the parallel direction, not in any other direction. We should not change the angle of the vector in the same plane. The plane should not be changed also. Okay, if you don't change the plane, if you don't change the angle of the vector, simply you shift the vector in parallel direction, then the magnitude will also not change, means the vector will remain same itself. Okay, fine. So the vector can be shifted in the parallel direction without changing its magnitude. Okay, fine. So this is the very important property of the vectors. Okay, I hope you understand this property. And second important property of the vector is that second important property is the vector can be rotated. The vector can be rotated by 360 degree or 2 pi radians. Okay, fine. You can rotate any vector by 360 or 2 pi radians without changing the vector. Okay, without changing the vector, we can rotate the vector by 280 degree, 2 pi or 360 degree. So you can see that if b vector is given to us like this, okay, if b vector is given to us like this, if you rotate the b vector by 360 degree, then what you will get? You will get the same vector only. If you rotate this b vector by 360 degree, you will get the same vector only. So the vector can be rotated by 360 degree without changing the vector. It will get the same condition only. Okay, fine. We can draw infinite number of vectors from a co-initial point. It is not like that only one vector is possible. We can draw any number of vectors of different magnitude. Okay. Yes. Means if you rotate the vectors by 360 degree, its magnitude will not change, its direction will not change, and vector will remain same itself, same as before only. Okay. Yes or no? Fine. I hope you understand this. So these two properties are very important for the vectors. Okay. So it is if some vector is given to us like this. See, if I give you two vectors, this is a vector, this is b vector, like this. Can I make this a and b co-initial vectors? If I move this vector parallel in parallel direction, then I can make this vector as co-initial. Okay, so if I shift this vector in parallel direction, then this will be your co-initial vectors. So this is a property of the vector, that we can shift the vector in the parallel direction. Okay, and if you do that, the magnitude of the vector will not change, the direction will not change, the vector will remain same itself. The vector will not change. Vector will not change if you simply shift the vector in parallel direction. Okay, here if you look at this, if I shift the vector from here to here, it will not affect anything on the vectors, because we are shifting the vectors in the parallel direction. Okay, fine. So vector will remain same if you shift the vector in parallel direction. I hope you understand this point. Yes or no? So vector can be shifted in parallel direction without changing anything on the vectors. Okay, without changing its magnitude or direction. Okay, fine. Now next type of vector is collinear vectors. Collinear means from name itself we can understand. Collinear means the vectors are on the same line. Okay. So next classification is collinear vectors. Okay. Collinear collinear vectors. Okay. When the two vectors are on the same line. When two vectors are on same line, okay, then they are known as collinear vectors. Okay, from the name itself, collinear means on the same line. Okay, like if I give you an example here, this is a vector. Okay, and here somewhere is b vector. Now you can see that a and b are on the same line. Okay, so then they are known as collinear vector. Similarly, we can have another vector like this, c vector. That c vector is also collinear vector because they all are lying in the same line. Okay. 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 Next is coplanar vectors. Okay. Fifth one is coplanar vector. Now what is coplanar vectors? When the two vectors are on the same plane. Okay. So when the two vectors are on same plane, then they are known as coplanar vectors. Okay. Now what is plane here? I think you know about planes or not. Okay, fine. So coplanar vectors, the vectors would be in the same plane. Okay, so let us suppose that we have a we have xy plane. So this is y x-axis, this is y-axis. Now if all the vectors are lying on xy plane, then they are known as coplanar vectors. Okay, if I draw yz plane, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. Then all the vectors are on the yz plane. Then they are coplanar vectors. So if all the vectors lie in the same plane, then they are known as coplanar vectors. Okay, it is not necessary that they should have same direction. They can have different directions also, like this. But they should lie in the same plane. Okay, so then they are known as coplanar vectors. Okay, fine. So coplanar means they should be in the same plane. Same plane mean xy plane, yz plane, zx plane. Okay, fine. So they are known as coplanar vectors. Now, one note you can make here that when the two vectors are given to us, they are always a coplanar vectors. The two vectors are always coplanar vectors. Okay, two vectors are always coplanar. Okay, so two vectors are always coplanar vectors. Fine. I am not talking about the magnitude here. I am simply telling you that if the vectors is on the same plane, then they are coplanar vectors. Okay, I'm not going about magnitude. I'm not telling you about anything. Okay, fine. I'm just telling you that if the two vectors are on the are lying, they are always lying in the same plane. And coplanar vectors means if the vectors are on the same plane, like xy plane, yz plane. Okay, fine. So you can see all the slides now. Now homework which I will give you in Learnity, you'd have to submit on Tuesday. It is not today you have to submit. Fine. You have to submit on Tuesday. Okay, so you don't stress yourself for doing the homework today itself, but you have to submit by tomorrow. Okay. Coplanar vectors can have more than two vectors, but they should lie in the same plane. How collinear? See, collinear means they lie in the same plane. Okay. Parallel vectors. I tell you. I'll tell you. Just wait. I'll tell you. Let me show me the slides. Okay. See. Just see. What is difference between collinear and coplanar? Means parallel vectors. See. Just tell me. If I draw like this, is this both the vectors are parallel or not? Are both the vector parallels? Yes. They are parallel, but they are collinear. They are collinear. No. Okay, so collinear means they should lie in the same line. Okay, fine. I hope you understand what is the difference between parallel vectors and collinear vectors. Coplanar means they should lie in the same plane. Now, if you take your laptop as a plane, then all the vectors would be there in the laptop, whether whatever angle is there, whatever magnitude is there, but they should lie in the your laptop plane. Okay, then that is your coplanar vector. Fine. The two vectors will always be coplanar. You draw the two vectors on a piece of a paper, it will always be collinear, coplanar. You take two vectors, they will always be coplanar. Okay. This is second chapter, motion in a plane. In that we have vector topic. In your seekers material, you have a separate topic of vectors. Okay, fine. So you can read from there. In NCRT, they have simply giving you just some information, but in seekers material, you have a complete chapter on vectors. Okay. Collinear can have different directions also. Okay. Homework you have to submit by tomorrow. Parallel vectors can be coinicials, no problem with that. Angle between collinear vector will be 0 degree. Homework will be posted in the Manity today itself. Yes, chapter name is motion in a plane. Okay. In coplanar vector, you can have any angle of the vectors. It is not necessary that you have any. You can have any angle, but the vectors should be in the same plane. Okay. They can have 180 degree also, no problem. They can have 180 also, they can have 0 degree also. Collinear can have angle between them at 0 also, 180 also. But they should lie in the same line. Okay. So thank you all.